A new exhibit called Lots of Little Art, Little Bit of Big Art opens October 18th at Artlink, along with an exhibit featuring paintings by Bill Schumann and Paul Demery, and runs through December 4th. Here to tell us all about these exhibits is Executive Director Deb Washler and photographer Nicole Croy. Welcome to you both to Arts Weekly. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
As I said at the top of the program, it's all about art this week, and Artlink is a wonderful contribution to our community. You've been in your new home for
2 years, exactly.
Is it 2 years
it's
already?
2 years. October made 2 years.
Gosh,
Yes.
I thought it was 1 year.
No, and we're now somewhat comfortable in it. We're getting
Good.
used to it.
Yeah, well, it fits you well, I have to say.
Thank you.
That I think the new space in Artlink and the way you can do multiple things at once.
We're having fun with that.
Yeah, not to mention hosting parties.
Yes.
I've been to a few parties there, and it's a great idea for Artlink.
Yeah, we love corporate events and all those wonderful things.
Well, welcome, Deb, and thank you for joining me. Tell me a little bit about what's coming up. You've got 3 things opening.
We have 3 things opening tomorrow night, and it's also part of the Downtown Gallery Hop.
Right.
So the 3...
Which is also new.
It is also new. Yeah, we have a
Okay.
lot of new, and new.
I like new, and new.
We have Lots of Little Art, which is an exhibit that we have ran for several years. I'm not sure how many times. We bring it back every couple of years because it's a favorite. There is something about small artwork.
Right.
All of the artwork is 6 by 6 inches or smaller.
Fantastic.
So we actually have a little glass piece that fits in my hand that's a little kid looking at, I think it's a frog.
Okay.
So very small.
Yeah.
And then, just because we want to keep things interesting, we have a little bit of big art, which is almost like a tongue twister.
So putting the 2 of them together for the first time is this event.
Yes.
This show.
So
okay.
when you come in the gallery, you see the small art, which is this very personal experience. You have to get very close.
Yeah.
And then you look over, and there's these very large pieces that some are 8 foot, 6 foot, 4 foot.
Right.
And so you can understand the difference in viewing those.
There's one piece in the large show, I think it's called 6 Men and a Saint.
6 Men and a Saint, yes.
That seems to be from an IPFW graduate of
It
last
is. That is
year.
from Angela Ellsworth.
Yeah.
And it is, I think that one's about 6 or 7 foot long.
Yeah, it's
And
very
so-
wide.
Yes,
yeah,
and it's a woodblock
It's
print.
a woodblock print.
Yes.
That's what I think is astounding, the idea that
Yeah.
she has
The time she
carved all
took to
this,
carve
yeah.
all that.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it's a personal piece as well. Having visited with her last year during seeing it on campus, that she knows all of those 6 people, they're important influences in her
Yes.
life. So yeah,
Yep,
that's
and
terrific.
she actually has one that's a little bit of a visual play. It's called The Rise of the Black Dog. And if you look at it one way, you see the front of the dog, and then if you go to the other side, you see the back side of the dog.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
yeah.
And this is on exhibit at
Yep.
terrific.
Yep, that's
Great.
part of a little bit of big art.
Great. And then we have paintings from Paul.
We have paintings from Paul and Bill Schumann.
Right.
They are in our Betty Fishman Gallery, so that gallery is for members and then also educational groups. So we've done different things with different schools through there. But that'll be opening as well. And Nicole's part of a little bit of big art.
Right, Nicole, you are a part of it.
Yep.
Actually, you and your students are a part of it. Nicole is a
Yes.
teacher at
I'm at Carroll High School.
Carroll High School, one of my favorite high schools, by the way.
Thank you.
Mainly because their arts program is so strong.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's a terrific place.
Thank you.
And some of your students?
Some of my students, yep. We worked on an installation, a collaborative piece. The past few years, we have worked on a different collaborative piece, and we figured it was kind of time to move on, do something different. And so we decided to make these little puzzle pieces that lock together, and essentially, individually, both sides of a photo or both sides of a piece of foam core have a photograph on them, and then they're linked together.
Are you showing in the show?
I am.
You are?
I am.
Okay, great.
Yes, I am.
Great.
Yep. I received a Lilly teacher grant.
Right.
This past May.
For, I think, $10,000?
Yes, for
That is
$10,000.
fantastic. Congratulations.
Yep. Thank you.
That is
Thank you.
something your school, I hope, is celebrating.
Yes, they are celebrating it.
Those are not easy to come by.
Yes, and there's only a few teachers at our school that's actually received those.
Yeah.
So every year, the Lilly Foundation awards, 100 of those, and $10,000.
It's a rigorous process.
Yep.
Application
Yep.
process.
Yep. Grant process. And they encourage you just to dream big, and it's personal enrichment. And so my dream was to build pinhole cameras. So going back to the very basic camera, and I decided I wanted to.
Is pinhole a kind of camera? Or is it a...
Pinhole is kind of a process. There's a process.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Yep. And the process is called camera obscura, but I'm essentially preserving the image by putting photo paper, on the wall, and then preserving the image. So I bought a truck, a box truck, and turned it
Which is part of your Lilly Grant.
Which is part of my Lilly Grant. That was the
Can
main
you imagine
part.
reading that? Okay, she
Yeah.
wants to buy a box truck
Yes,
and turn
exactly.
it into
Exactly.
Yes,
A pinhole camera.
a camera.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fantastic. We have a photo of your pinhole.
And I have been bugging her for quite some time.
Of course, yes, yes.
Bring the truck to
Bring the truck, bring the truck. So yeah, and actually tomorrow night the truck is going to be there at the Art Hop.
Art Hop.
And so viewers can come and visit, and we can meet, and they can see some of the images, and they can actually get in the truck with me.
I'm very excited about the truck.
And
Yeah, I'm excited about the truck.
Yeah.
I have to say, I cheated a little bit. I looked at some images. Having a producer who
course.
shows me images, I know that there are some
Of
pictures
course.
that came out of the truck.
Yes.
And they look like negatives.
Yeah, when I work inside of the truck, the images are always reversed. So pinhole is an inverted image. So
Okay.
what's black is white.
Here's a
and-
bridge.
Yep, that's the Wells Street Bridge, and what's black is white and white is black.
Okay.
So that was taken on a sunny day, and that one was taken also on a sunny day. But
Now, does that mean the truck? I'm sorry, I have to go back to the truck.
that's okay. That's okay.
Because you keep calling the truck is the camera. So
Yeah.
is it the place you just happen to go in and develop it, or is it the actual?
No, it's the actual
shoot,
camera.
Shoot, shoot. You go boom,
Yep,
boom, boom.
Yep. Well, there's no
a hole.
lens.
There's
it's
no
a
lens.
lensless
There's
camera.
a hole.
There's a hole through the side of the truck. That is it.
Okay.
And essentially, the light comes in through that hole, flips the image upside down.
Okay.
And so it's upside down and backwards projected inside of the truck.
All right.
So I am in the truck with it all closed up, and I see the image upside
Working.
down and backwards, and I preserve it by putting photo paper on the wall.
And if I'm correct, you can actually do this at home. If you took a
Of
window
course,
and
of course.
closed a window down and just put a
Put a
small
little hole.
dot,
Yep.
you could see what's
Reflect.
outside your window reflected on a wall if you wanted to get an idea of
Yep.
what she's doing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, I was a little confused by my prep notes about the shaking of the truck or the moving of the truck. I mean, and that can't be true. You don't have your students out there shaking the.
I don't know, they might be.
Shaking.
I mean,
the-
never know.
I was thinking it's like fluid in the tubs. We have to shake the fluid in.
I actually don't develop. I don't develop the image
not
or
developed.
process the images.
Okay.
I actually roll them in tubes and transport them to my darkroom. But essentially, if the truck is running, then you're going to have the vibration of the motor.
Right.
So the truck is not running, and I have an external air conditioner in the back that I run with a generator that's
Right.
sitting on the outside of the truck.
Because
But
it has to be still. Then.
it has to be
Yeah.
still, but
Yeah.
that keeps it cool in there.
Right.
Because like this summer when I would shoot in there, it gets really hot.
Are these big images?
Yeah, they're huge images. They're
Huge.
they're between about 4 and 5 foot and 7 foot long. So the images are essentially 7 foot long by 4 foot tall. So they're huge images.
That must really turn your students on.
It does. I actually just presented Pinhole today, so my students are just starting to build cameras, and this is the first they've seen of it.
They're building cameras.
They're building small cameras.
Yeah, but you did something to your office once too. You
Yeah,
turned
yeah.
your-
I transform an office into a pinhole, into a camera obscura. So we all went into the office and saw the process.
I feel like I need to involve you in the theater somehow. Get you to transform something into the.
I don't know. We could do that.
Something on
we could do
stage,
that.
you
We could
know?
do that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's great. And so you're in that. You're in the
Little bit of big
little
art.
bit of big
Yeah,
art
bit
as
of big
well.
art, yeah.
That's great.
So 2 of the prints, the Wells Street Bridge is there, and then the other.
Catholic Cemetery.
Yes.
Yep, the Catholic Cemetery is there.
The Catholic Cemetery has 4 busts in it. Is that the one that has on chairs? What is
No,
that?
no, that was one of my test prints actually.
Really, because it's pretty
it-
provocative, and I like it.
Yeah,
It's
and
very
it
interesting.
really wasn't even supposed to be one of my good prints. It was a test print to look at the light and determine. I was having a light leak and I couldn't figure out where it was at, and so essentially I did a 5 by 8 foot print to determine where I was getting light
I think
leaks
it's a
at.
very interesting print.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
How long have you been in photography? I mean, have you always been?
I've been doing it since I was in high school.
Really?
I wasn't. Yeah, since
Yeah.
I was in
and
high
your
school.
degrees are your advanced degree, or your whatever degrees
Yep,
you have.
I have a degree in photography and I have my master's in photography.
Oh, you do? Oh,
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yep.
And how long have you been at Carroll?
About 14 years.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an incredible
Yeah.
place. They really
It's-
support the arts there.
It is an amazing school. They are so supportive of the arts.
Yeah.
I teach photography all day long. So.
Oh darn.
Oh darn.
Oh darn.
Oh darn.
All
I have
day
to go to
long.
work today. Darn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. Yep.
What is the third show
The
opening?
third show with Paul Demery has a theme. He actually has a money tree. in that show. So if you go down the hallway, you'll see a money tree. It's not 100s though.
Oh, it's not 100s.
No,
okay.
it's not 100s. So and we do know what the count is.
Okay.
But they're dollar bills. And he also has little army men on the top. So his has a political theme throughout the work.
Has he had an army men theme before? Because
I
saw
don't
some,
think
oh,
so.
okay.
But I don't
something
see everybody's work in every
recently,
single place, so he could have. And then Bill Schumann's work is a little bit more abstract, and both of them use brighter colors.
Okay.
Primary colors.
So the three shows are the little art, the big art, and then the paintings.
Correct.
And they're all part of the downtown.
The downtown gallery hop.
Tell me a little bit about how that came about.
Well, basically what this is, 10 galleries have come together, and we had talked about, wouldn't it be great if we just had an event that promoted the act of seeing art? So this is about getting people through the different galleries and letting them know how many there really are.
Which is surprising sometimes.
Yes.
There's a lot of art in Fort Wayne to be appreciated.
Yeah. So, and it was actually Dan Hudson from Potter's Wife Gallery came to me first, and he said, well, what if we do this? Can we pull these together? And we kind of put a dot in the middle of downtown and did a little radius thing that determined it. And then the other criteria for it was that these are galleries that you can stop into, Monday through, well, most of us are closed Monday, Tuesday through Sunday, and see artwork. That was the other thing, not pop-ups, but something you can go and visit. So we pulled all the groups together, and we've got a map, and the map actually includes all 10. There's only 8 that are participating right now.
Okay.
This is the first one. We will have another one in November. So the last Saturday in November will be another downtown gallery hop.
Great.
And then we'll have another one in the spring, and I don't have the date for that one. But they're self-guided. We have a Facebook page for the event, and then we also have the map on Artlink's website, and then we have them in the building, and then a card that lists what people have going on.
Do they have to start at Artlink?
No, they can start anywhere they want.
Any of the 8?
Any of the 8. There are no tickets for the downtown gallery hop, but each location has a different activity and may have an admission fee.
Okay.
So it's
for the activity
in their space.
Okay.
Yes. So that depends on which location you're going to go to. And again, that's referenced.
Is this
on the
a
map.
walking hop?
Well, if it's nice, I imagine yes, you could walk part of
Okay.
it. But you're going to have to drive a little bit of it. Wondercomer is on that.
Down Fairfield.
Down Fairfield, and then we have Hedgehog Press, which is in the Lakeside neighborhood that just opened.
They were on it. That's
yeah,
awesome.
Great.
they're on
Amazing.
it with Julie Waltolles. And then we've got Castle Gallery. And Potter's Wife Gallery, the Fort Wayne Museum of Art is on there.
So there's you can start downtown and make
make
your way out. Yeah, terrific, great.
Yeah.
How can people get a hold of Artlink and just find out what's going on in your whole season?
We have, our website's the best spot, artlinkfw.com. We have a lot of stuff coming up beyond just the exhibits that are opening. We've got classes going on, and we've got a resale event that's going to be going on that's a fundraiser in November. So
I don't know what a resale event is.
Basically, we're going to sell artwork that people
have taken off their walls.
Yes,
and
have taken off their walls, and maybe artists are cleaning. Yeah, maybe artists are cleaning out their closets. Yeah, so we're taking donations at the end of the month, and then in November we sell it all. So,
wow. Nicole, Deb, thank you for joining me.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
It's great talking with you. I'm John O'Connell with the IPFW College of Visual and Performing Arts. Please tune in next time on Arts Weekly when we'll meet director Brad Beauchamp to hear about the University of St. Francis's production of The Man Who Came to Dinner. Then Paul Hoverman will stop by to talk about the events and programs happening this fall at the Niswonger Performing Arts Center in Van Wert, Ohio. For up-to-the-minute arts updates, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And be sure to join us here live Thursday evenings at 7:30 on PBS 39. Thank you for watching Arts Weekly.